Hey, is the audio working now? The audio's working now. Looks like YouTube is Kick going. Let's check. Looks like Kick isn't going right now for whatever reason. Okay, no, it is. So it looks like Elon is building his own thing called Grokpedia, which is like directly in conflict with the thing I'm trying to build. So I think that means I need to make a video or something about it. I feel like I should be addressing it, and I at least want to get my thoughts down. I've tried recording a couple videos. They haven't been horrible, but I didn't feel like they were good enough. So I want to write down my thoughts, figure out what to say, then try and make a video based on that. Because they're just rambly, the videos right now. Which, like, is fine in some ways, but really it's not. Hmm. We'll see what happens. It looks like I am competing with Elon Musk now. Now, which is something I never thought I'd say. That is something I it looks like I'm competing with Elon Musk now. Maybe I say this in the video, maybe not. I just want to get my thoughts down. So, this is just my thoughts. It's not a script for the video. Maybe I copy paste it wherever I need it to. Wherever I need to. I've side project outside of work. Work for of the last year, and as of a couple days ago, oh, outside of work, let me put on some audio in the background. Get a soda. Not real soda, it's a soda. We'll see where this leads me. At least I'm glad I started streaming because I have proof that I've been working on this thing instead of just bullshitting and saying I've been working on this thing and Elon's come out of nowhere. No, I have proof now. So that's good at least. Side project outside of work. For most of the past year, And as of a couple days ago, and a couple days ago, ago, I found out something that looks similar, if not outright identical to the product I'm building. I'm talking, and is going to launch it in next in the next 2 weeks. And he is going to, you don't know what I'm talking about. In the next 2 weeks. Something is, and he is going to launch it in the next 2 weeks. So I feel like, so I okay, so I'm having a thought, and if I don't say this thought out now, it's going to come out at another time when I'm talking to somebody else, and it's going to come out as an opportune time. It's going to like blindside people. So I have to say it now to get it out of the way to some extent. I am partially writing this because it might get me some like publicity. I don't want that to be the aim of this entirely, but like that is a big part of it. If you say something like, "Oh man, if I bet you there's some morons who are going to say Elon stole my idea." There's no way Elon's even thought of it. Nobody's seen this fucking thing online that I've been working on. But that doesn't mean that I need to say something. Like I do. Part of me is tempted as like if he launches this thing and I put it out on the day he launches it, like that might be useful, but we'll see what happens. Oh, I have to. Just not a great position. Which is not a great position to be in. Maybe I could put this on medium or something. He is going to do all ships. Minute. Of survival. This ASAP. I've been trying to build. I've been trying to build an automated Wikipedia on steroids. That's the best word for it. Wikipedia on steroids. 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 Human reasoning. What do humans do? What are people doing? Fuck off! Fucking bot. Banned. They are contributing to Wikipedia. What people are doing when they contribute to Wikipedia. To Wikipedia. What people are doing when they contribute to Wikipedia is use their own linguistic reasoning I've been trying to build Wikipedia on LLM and use steroids. What people are doing, uh, let me give a, a brief explanation of that. Let me give a brief explanation of that. Of that. What people are doing when they contribute to Wikipedia is use their own linguistic reasoning to figure out they're using their own linguistic reasoning to figure out what are they trying to figure out? What to add or not what to add? What are Wikipedia contributors? At its core, what are Wikipedia contributors contributing? What are Wikipedia contributors contributing? Contributors, contributing. What are Wikipedia, their linguistic reasoning? Are Wikipedia's their linguistic reasoning? What are Wikipedia contributors contributing to Wikipedia? That's a tongue twister. What are Wikipedia contributors contributing to Wikipedia? Their linguistic reasoning. Okay. Because that is what they're doing, essentially. I'm trying to build Wikipedia on elementary steroids. What are Wikipedia contributors contributing to reasoning? It's not exactly their linguistic reasoning. There's a way to phrase that this is good. I don't know exactly what it is off the top of my head. I've been trying to build Wikipedia on large language model and use steroids. Let me give a brief explanation of that. What are Wikipedia contributors doing? All right, let's ask Jeopardy. I'm trying to think of a better way to phrase this. I'm trying to figure out a better way to phrase this. Wikipedia, in my opinion, what people who contribute to do, people who contribute to Wikipedia are doing, Wikipedia are doing is providing like because and all sorts of other stuff. Can you help me? Holy shit, I can't believe I'm in this position. Life is so fucking strange. Hmm. That's a good way to think about it. I like that phrasing. LLMs. Wikipedia works because because it's it's contributors, I guess, collectively use their and it's kind of linguistic world building. Wikipedia works because contributors collectively use their reasoning to determine. I want to keep this short. I don't want it to be too long in the message itself. Wikipedia works because its contributors collectively use their reasoning to build a of course all descriptions are linguistic and not all, but It's not on, is it? Okay, it isn't. Thank God. I don't know what the fuck I'm smelling. To to build a Wikipedia works because its contributors collectively use their reasoning to build a shared the world. Okay, this reasoning, this that's okay. I think this is pretty decent. I've been trying to build a Wikipedia on LLM infused steroids. Wikipedia works because its contributors collectively use their reasoning to build a shared model of the world. This to build a shared model of the world. The the reasoning the reasoning they engage in is primarily linguistic. And this can be outsourced, and this can be outsourced to LLMs, to large language models. With them, we can go deeper, deeper into topics than possible. So possible on Wikipedia. Wikipedia works because its contributors collectively use their reasoning to build a shared model of the world. The reasoning they engage in is primarily linguistic, and this can be outsourced to large language models. This is the key insight. This is the key insight. That is the key insight. I don't know if I want to put it. With them, we can now go deeper by using them. We don't have to rely by using them instead of people. You know, maybe I don't want to address the hallucination thing because then people are going to get upset about it and they're going to say it's impossible. And that's going to rage bait people, which is going to be great for people to like engage in the content because it's something I've thought about quite a bit. And I think we do have a good solution for it. The reasoning they engage in is primarily linguistic, and this can be outsourced to large language models. By using LLMs, instead of people, we can go deeper into topics than is possible. Deeper into topics than possible in Wikipedia. We can go deeper into topics by using large language models instead of people. We aren't constrained. By human attention. We aren't. I've been trying to build Wikipedia on large language models and few steroids. Wikipedia works because its contributors collectively use their reasoning to build a shared model of the world. The reasoning they engage in is primarily linguistic, and this can be outsourced to large language models. This allows us to do some cool stuff. This allows us to do some cool stuff. By using large language models and people, we aren't constrained. We aren't constrained by the amount By using large language models instead of people, I shouldn't say people because it's not. We still, well, people can still contribute, but this isn't the same thing. By using the reasoning they engage in is primarily linguistic, and this can be outsourced to large language models. This allows us to do some cool stuff by using large language models instead of human. I shouldn't say human reasoning either. By using large language models, I should say, we can go deeper. Oh, fuck off. By using large language models, we can go deeper. We can with just by using large language models, then Wikipedia can. We can go deeper than Wikipedia can. And we can get a far imagine a world. We can get a far. I don't want to explain this right now, but it's true. And I'll figure it out. Even though Wikipedia can, and we can get a far larger Wikipedia, and we can get a far larger breadth. Elon has announced around Grokpedia. Elon has announced Grokpedia, his alternative to Wikipedia. Grokpedia, his alternative to Wikipedia. Twitter/X has announced on Twitter/X. I don't care. This might. I don't want Elon to be mad at me, but it's also okay. God, I know I have to. Now that I said that, I have to talk about it. It's not good to have somebody mad at you who might be a competitor, especially if he's the richest person in the world. Obviously, you don't want to piss off somebody that's powerful. But it's also cowardly to just fear him outright as like, oh no, it's going to hurt me. So there's a way to be smart about this, where it's not cowardly and you're just running away from things that might be painful, but at the same time not being stupid. There was some famous guy. I don't know who it was. I think his name was something like Riz, totally something like that. Who talked about a golden mean? Not sure exactly. So I would say X/Twitter just for now. It's not to piss off Elon, but it's just like This is what people know this thing as. He calls it X right now. Whatever. Elon blank. Elon. Elon is not happy with Wikipedia. Wikipedia. Elon is not happy with Wikipedia. He might think it's biased or whatever. Okay. I've been trying to build Wikipedia on large language model infused steroids. Wikipedia works because its contributors collectively use their reasoning to build a shared model of the world. The reasoning they engage in is primarily linguistic, and this can be outsourced to large language models. This allows us to do some cool stuff. By using large language models, we can go deeper than Wikipedia can, and we can get a far larger breadth. There's other things too, but I'm not going to get into that for now. I'm not going to get too into the details for now. This is not a product pitch. This is not a VC pitch. It's not a VC pitch, but something's wrong about saying this. I don't know what it is right now. By using large language models, we can go deeper than Wikipedia can. We can get a far larger breadth, and it's super cool. I can edit. I'll create it and then edit it after the fact. Elon and us now Wikipedia on Twitter. Elon is not happy with Wikipedia because he views it as too far left. As biased. Because he views it as biased towards the left, and this isn't an entirely unfair criticism. This isn't an entirely unfair criticism. Wikipedia has structural issues. Wikipedia has structural. It's not issues, but they are issues. Issues that make it lean towards the left. Towards the left a bit. And this isn't entirely. Wikipedia does have some structural. Make it lean towards the left a bit. I just don't buy. But I don't buy. But don't. But I don't buy that it's. Elon's not happy with Wikipedia because he views it as biased towards the left, and this isn't an entirely unfair criticism because Wikipedia has structural issues that make it towards the left. Is a bit towards the left? Bit towards. God, I might be so fucked. That's life, though. This isn't an entirely unfair criticism because Wikipedia, as Wiki, this isn't entirely criticism. Wikipedia has structural issues that make it lean a bit towards the left. I don't think, though. How do I phrase on that? I want to say next. Elon's not happy with Wikipedia because he views it as biased towards the left, and this isn't entirely some structural issues that make it lean a bit towards the left. I don't agree with him on it being on the severity of the issues, though. The issues, though. I don't. It is a bit, but I don't think it's as egregious as Elon thinks. But I don't think it's as. But I don't think it's as egregious as Elon thinks it is. I don't think I can. As egregious as Elon does. But I don't think it's as egregious as Elon does. Which is not a great position to be in. But I don't think it's. Nevertheless, you lean a bit towards the left, but I don't think it's as egregious as Elon thinks. Okay. Okay. Elon. But as a well, structurally, so you can lean a bit towards, but I don't think it's as egregious as Elon thinks. It's slightly biased at worst. At worst, it's a slight bias. It's not. At worst, it's a slight bias. It's a slight bias. At worst, it's a slight bias. It's a slight institutional bias. If you're aware of that, if you are aware of that, it's still probably, still, it's still good enough. If you're aware of that when reading it, it's still good enough. Here's the thing that he's done. Elon's proposed Rockopedia is meant be Elon's proposed Grokkopedia is by his large language model. Large language model by his large language model, Grok. It's not entirely, it's not. It's not entirely clear what this means. It's not clear. I shouldn't say entirely. clear what this means. Maybe Grok is making. Maybe Grok is. It's not clear what this means, but it's close enough to my idea. Why do I even? Why am I even saying that? I don't know if that sentence matters. Is meant to be enhanced by a large language model, Grok. That's that's almost. That's similar. It's cool. If not identical to what I'm trying to build. Okay. This Grokpedia is meant to be enhanced by his large language model. That's very similar, if not outright identical, to what I'm trying to build. So what? Okay, when I was thinking about this, the structure of my argument, I need to address this. So, I've been trying to build Wikipedia on large language models. Wikipedia works because contributors collectively use their reasoning to build a shared model of the world. The reasoning they engage in is primarily linguistic, and this can be outsourced to large language models since they understand language, since they since they understand since they understand language extremely well. Language extremely well. Since they are built to understand human language, are built to understand language. This allows us to do some cool stuff, but by using that, we can go deeper than blank. More on that in a bit. Maybe I put in here more on that in a bit. Not identical to what I'm trying to build. He hasn't said exactly what this means. He hasn't said exactly what this means. But that's very similar, if not outright identical to what I'm trying to build. He hasn't. It's not outright identical to what I'm trying to build. He has a blank. Elon. Elon has far more resources than I do. So he can pump something. So he can pump something out that can pump instantly. He can pump something out like this practically instantly. Instantly. If he wants to hire 200 engineers. If he wants to hire 200 engineers tomorrow. Drid engineers tomorrow. He could. He could. He could. I can't do that. He could. I can't. So, what's the next thing I want to say here when I'm thinking about the way to phrase this? Elon has far more, but what is Elon has far more research. He can pump something out like as practically as it. If he wanted to hire 200 amazing software engineers, where tomorrow he could. I can't. He also controls the blank. He also controls. Yeah, he probably would. Hello, Lothrop. How you doing? He also, I know this is tagged as software engineering, and I normally do software development stuff. I have to write this down though, because I'm getting my thoughts together about this. I'll get back to software engineering at some point. Ah, man. Uh, I am very annoyed. So I'm building a website, or I've been trying to build a website, and I saw on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, like a couple of days ago that Elon looks like he's building the same fucking thing as me. And I was like looking at this and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like the richest guy in the world wants to build the same thing as what I'm trying to build. I'm like, fuck me. I was it wasn't just like a fuck me, it was also like a what the fuck? How is this even possible? So I'm annoyed because of that. He also wants to hire. I can't. I can't. He also owns Grok. Owns Grok. Perfect route to overvalue early sale. I'm not sure I follow. He also owns Grok, which means he can use as much compute as he wants from it. No, 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 no. Elon would not buy me out. Like, to be clear, Elon would try to kill me and crush me. That's Elon's personality. He would do everything he can to destroy me. He doesn't like buy out things, from what I can tell. OpenAI buys things, but not Elon. Oh man, I don't think I want to get kinky with Elon. I'm sorry. Hold up, he bought Twitter because he was shit posting, and then he got held to the contract he was doing. He wasn't buying them out because they were a competitor. He was doing it because he's like, I'm the richest man in the world, so, and I can do whatever the fuck I want. Yeah, he owns Grok, which means he can use as much compute as he wants to enhance his system, enhance his Grokopedia. I can't. You ever EERP with Grok? What's EERP? Something roleplay? Let me ask Jippity this. What is EERP? I've never done extended enterprise resource planning with Grok. I'm sorry. ERP. What is ERP with Grok? Look, man, I don't look. All I'm seeing is enterprise resource planning. I've never done that with Grok before. He also owns Grok, which he can use as much computer as he wants to enhance his Wikipedia competitor. Cybersex. I figured that might be what you're talking about, but I couldn't figure out what the E would stand for with the role playing. Like, what does the E stand for? I'm curious now. Like, something role play, but what is the E? Elon role play? What? No, I haven't done Elon role play with Grok before. I'm sorry, but I don't engage in degenerate internet sex stuff with large language models. You can do that as much as you want, right? And maybe it's fun, but I'm not going to myself. I wonder what prompt you'd have to do with that. He also to enhance his Wikipedia competitor. He also blank. I can't. Elon also. Elon also can command a fanatical amount of loyalty, level of loyalty from the engineers that work for him. Even though what made you come to the software engineering software dev stuff? Look, look, look. If you want to diddle the furries and send me the Bitcoin they pay you to diddle them, you can go ahead. I'm not diddling them myself, but you're free to send me the Bitcoin. I can I will be your business manager if you do that, okay? I'll be the business manager. You send me the Bitcoin, I'll invest it for you properly, and you can diddle the furries. Does that sound like a plan? And I'm out. Dang it. Very sad. Ugh. All right. We're competing. We're not fighting. But whatever that's like. Oh. That seems to be dying down these days. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Ah, I see. I got you. You are a streaming man too. I feel like I've seen you before for some reason. Ha. There's a lot of bots on Kick, man. Yeah, I think so. I just don't think I remembered it. There's not many people on here. You're right. On this part of Kick, dude, it fucking sucks. I have to ban them all the time. It's ridiculous. And they're always the same fucking Discord servers. I actually really kind of want to make a Python bot that just like immediately bans them, but I like, oh god, am I gonna build a Python bot that bans these things, or am I gonna work on my actual projects? It's like fuck me. Down these days. Okay. So let me read this from the top. It looks like, which is not a great position. I've been working on a side project outside of work for most of the past year, and a couple days ago, I found out Elon is building something that looks similar, if not outright identical to the product I'm building, and he's going to launch it in the next 2 weeks. If I'm going to have any tiny chance of survival, I need to address this ASAP. I've been trying to build a Wikipedia on large language model infused steroids. Wikipedia works because its contributors collectively use their reasoning to build a shared model of the world. The reasoning they engage in is primarily linguistic, and this can be outsourced to large language models since they are built to understand language. This allows us to do some cool stuff. By using large language models, we can go deeper than Wikipedia can, and we can get a far larger breadth. Elon's announced Wikipedia on X/Twitter, his alternative to Wikipedia. Elon is not happy with Wikipedia because he views it as biased towards the left. And this isn't an entirely unfair criticism. Wikipedia has some structural issues that make it lean a bit towards the left, but I don't think it's as egregious as Elon thinks. At worst, it's a slight left institutional bias. And if you're aware of that when reading it, it's still excellent. And if you are aware of that when reading it, it's still excellent. Excellent. Okay. Quickly ban bot for fun, then back to Elon. Dude, man, I don't. I'm not. Look, man, I don't want to figure out the APIs and shit for it. I have more important things to handle. It's easier for me to just click the button. At some point, the ROI isn't there for me right now. Maybe at some point it will be, but it's not there. Early life is the meme real. Maybe. I don't know. He has far more resources. He can pump up. I can't. He owns Grok, which means he can. He also blank. It's not exactly a great. So why am I in this section? I wanted to say what Elon can do, if not me. Someone's calling me. It's my mom. Not calling her back right now. Not outright identical to what I'm trying to build. Elon is far more racist than you, but he owns Grok. He can as much compute. He has a Fnac global engine dial. Encore him that work for him blank. But I don't think this project is going to work out. It's not that I don't. I mean, maybe it does work out for him, but I don't. I don't think it can work out long run in some. How do I phrase this? But I don't think he's going to beat Wikipedia. I definitely don't think that. But I don't think he can make a. Fuck. There are some. Yeah, life is strange, man. Life is strange. But there are some major. There are some major. Blank, he's trying to but. Oh, I could just do this. But Elon Musk is the guy who made Mecha Hitler. That's the best way to phrase it. Elon Musk is the guy who created Mecha Hitler. Who? Do you remember that? Mecha Hitler? Mecha Hitler. Yeah, dude, Grok decided saying it was like loving Hitler or something like that. They changed the prompts inside of it, and then it was like being like, "Oh man, I love Hitler," I'm hard right or something like that. It was like pretty fucking crazy. Fun little thing. But Elon Musk is the guy who created Mecha Hitler. And we know. And when Grok wasn't saying what he wanted it to about whatever's happening is happening in South Africa. Yeah. Well, yeah, Microsoft did, but like They did it. So the thing with Elon is that he tweaked the Grokbot to make it more conservative, and then created Mecha Hitler. Microsoft just put this thing out, and then it just happened to say a bunch of like crazy Hitler-esque shit. There's a small difference, but it's you're right. The Taylor SWAT Tay Tay right did something similar. Uh, the thing I'm trying to point out here. So Elon has a lot of things going for him for building this. What I'm trying to get to here, and what I haven't typed up yet, is that you can't trust the things that Elon are building for knowledge related stuff, because if this is the kind of person who manipulates his large language models to get the things that he thinks to be true, to make the large language model say it, then it's not going to he's going to be willing to manipulate the Wikipedia alternative to say what he wants it to say as well. So he basically said, okay, he wants to make it more right, and then he made it Mecha Hitler, and he didn't even get them to test it, the engineers to test it. Like, I think there is something important about that. Okay. Ngakwe building, whatever is happening with the farmers or whatever, whatever, he, he out of his way to change it, it would fit his own views. Homotopy theory and typosis. Yeah, that's a very interesting thing to do. I haven't looked in at homotopy theory a lot recently. I guess I don't know, man. I don't find it's been a while since I looked at this, but I really don't find topology that no, it's fucking homotopy. I forget how it's related to topology. It's the group theory stuff on top of topology, isn't it? I don't fucking remember. I don't find topology stuff interesting. Homotopy. Let me make sure I'm remembering this. Oh yeah, it's the thing that came out of topology. Yeah, and they wanted to make it new foundations. Okay. It's been a while since I've done any real math. Yeah, because you have homotopic functions. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, it's been ages since I've done like real math on this kind of stuff. But look, man, I'm gonna say something offensive, right? Topology is fucking overrated. I just don't give a shit, man, about topology. I just think it's fucking lame. And I know this isn't the same as topology, but I'm saying that just to be edgy, I guess. Mm. Topology, it's just fucking circles, man. Whatever. Way to change it so that it would fit his own views. Elon. Okay. Are you how far have you gone down in the math rabbit hole? Did you get down to it? I got down to it because of physics, right? Did you just get down to it because you like math or what? Let's say what he wanted. I think he went out of his way to blank. Elon will go his way. Did you get your thing? Yeah, he did. Elon will go out of his way to make his product fit his narrative about the world. Yeah, 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 I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. I feel like the so I went into it because I was trying to understand what the fuck was going on with so I wanted to learn quantum field theory. I got into quantum field theory a little bit, and then I started to realize that gauge theory was really fucking weird. And in order for me to understand gauge theory, I had to go and I had to figure out how how manifolds worked, how Riemannian manifolds work, and also pseudo Riemannian manifolds work. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm learning that. And then I had to go and I was like, okay, I guess I got to learn some real analysis in order to understand the foundations for this a little bit more. And then, you keep on, and then it's like, oh, I also have to learn topology in order to understand it. And then, you keep on going down the rabbit hole until you're like, well, fuck, I guess this is like the most foundational stuff I have to study. Um, and eventually I made my way back up to gauge theory, but like, holy shit, man. So, man, I wish I could have spent, I don't know. I wish I knew more about that, but that's life. Elon will go out of his way to make his product fit his narrative about the world. And we know blank. It's not what a blank. Whatever alternative to Wikipedia he makes, yeah, he makes, it'll make his blank print through the world. It's not trustworthy. It's not trustworthy. It's it won't be trustworthy because of the man. No matter what technical, matter what technical, no matter what technical accomplishments, it's not accomplishments, I want to say. No matter what technical, no matter how cool he builds a tech. Dude, Ben, I have thoughts about the foundations of mathematics too. Um, there's a really interesting book called Where Mathematics Comes From, which is about the cognitive science that underlines mathematics. And if you read it, it really kind of it makes you question where these foundations came from. It's really, really interesting. But I don't want to get too into that. It's a fantastic book, Where Mathematics Comes From, though. And when Grok was saying what he wanted it to, about whatever's happening in South Africa with the farmers or whatever, he went out of his way to change it so that it would fit his own view. Elon will go out of ways because his product might fit the world. It's not trustworthy. Okay. Dude, it's just category theory, man. Come on. It's just fucking functions and arrows. Come on, man. I don't understand why people are hyped up about it. But that's probably because I don't understand it very well. It's like, oh no, you have an alternative to set theory as the foundations. Ooh. Archery, it's things pointing at things. Proposed. Yeah, so what that means, what it's black. So I'm a little bit concerned. Everything is groups. I'm kidding, that's not a good place to be. That's not a good place to be in. A good place to be in. To be in. Elon has some blank. I can't. Elon also used Grok. Which means it. He wants to enhance his. I have to pay for everything. It's Grok to pay for every API call. Do you think functors make it easier to understand? I mean, maybe they do. I just haven't seen it myself, making them easier. Blank, he was to pay for. I'm sure in some cases it does, in some cases it doesn't, right? Blank, even though that seems to be time, I have to pay. Blank. I'm working solo on this project. Blank, Elon would go out of his way. Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Sets are cool, though. They're okay. Yeah. Yeah, but why is... I don't know, maybe categories and stuff, right? Okay, yes, the unordered part, yeah, that kind of fucks it around, but like what does making it so that a computer can chuck it? I don't know. It depends on how deep you want to get into math. So, but you're right. The unordered part of it makes it hard for computers to chuck it. Like the universe is structured, so the idea of sets being unstructured does kind of conflict with that. Like everything has a position, right, in physical space. That's 99% true. Elon will go out of his way to blanks. Here's my alternative vision. Yeah. That's not truth seeking. Product. Dude, Rust is great. Rust is a fantastic programming language. So, how long does it take me to... Yeah. Rust is crack. Rust is great. I love Rust as a programming language. Yeah, yeah. Link it then. His product. Deck is pretty stacked against me. Blank. The deck is pretty stacked. I'm working solo on this project, and I just do it. Hmm. Hmm. Really cool stuff. Nice talking to you. Have a good one, man. Bye. Very similar to what I'm trying to do. It's not a good place to be. Elon has far more resources than he can pump. So you can know about something practically. If he wants to hire two, he could. I can't. He also wants Grok, which means he I. It's a thing. It's kind of a weak point about the Grok API call, but whatever. I have weird quasi-religious beliefs. Hmm. Then goes like, why can't you? Why I can't? I'm working. Uh, One's rock. This is not exactly a good point. Back is pretty, but also blank. And when Grok was saying blank, Elon will go out of his way to make his product fit his narrative about the world. That's not so good. Hmm. What are some other thoughts I have on this? It's anything from excellence. Like I don't. Modi. Hmm. Piss. I'll be right back. hard to figure out how to phrase this exactly. Elon to make his product and his narrative about the world. I don't know what are we supposed to think? What are we supposed to think about though? This project. I don't think one would I don't think anything would be too. I think it's pretty. I think it's within reason to expect that this product might just end up like Conservapedia. Product might end up just like Conservapedia. What are we supposed to make? But then again, but also I also do think that but I also do think that large language model might be incredibly powerful. Wikipedia-like system with blank might be incredibly powerful. Let me look this up. Common Mark Svelte. Do I have to rethink this entirely? I might. I might have to change my backend completely. Might. God fucking damn it. God fucking damn it. I need to just pause. I've been trying to build Wikipedia in large language. Wikipedia works because its contributors collectively use their reasoning to build a shared model of the world. The reasoning they engage in is primarily linguistic. We outsource to large language models since they are built to understand language. This allows us to do some pretty cool stuff. Using the for blank is blank, but I'm not going into the details for a little bit. Elon has announced Wikipedia his alternative to Wikipedia. Elon's not happy with Wikipedia because he views it as biased towards the left, and this isn't entirely unfair criticism. Wikipedia has structural issues that make it lean a bit towards the left, but I don't think this is as egregious as Elon thinks it is. At worst, it's a slightly left institutional bias, and if you're aware of that when reading, it's still excellent. Elon's proposed Wikipedia is meant to be LLM enhanced by Squid. It's not exactly what this is, but it's trying to do. So I'm a little bit concerned that now I'm competing with the richest man in the world. I've repeated this phrasing twice here, which is that ain't great. That ain't great. That ain't great for a side project. Elon has far more resources than I do. He can pump out something like this practically. And so if he wants to hire 200 amazing software engineers, he could. Also, he could. Elon has. Here's a list of the things stacked against me. That ain't. Elon has far more play. What's the point of this saying here? That ain't great. He has far more resources. But the deck, it ain't so great. Elon has far more. Elon is looking to command a blank. I'm a solo. Ah. It's so really good. He played. I think I might blank. Like Elon, it might be incredibly powerful. One of the blank. If I am lucky, blank. Only if I'm lucky. I'm still gonna do this anyways. Mm. Oh, blank. I'm working solo on this project. Blank. Elon's pretty stacked against. But Elon Musk is the blank. Elon will go out of his way to make his blank. Maybe this isn't the right way to say this. But the deck is pretty. Elon Musk is the blank. I think I might. If I'm lucky, I think if I am lucky, and I act the right way, I think if I'm lucky and I act the right way, I still. If I'm lucky and I act in a way that is worthy of people's trust, I might be able to I think there's only one way. I think there's only one advantage I can. I think there's only one advantage I have. Advantage. If I'm lucky and I act the right way, and that's where people trust, I think that I can build a system. I think that I might be able to build something. And I act in a way, I think I might be able to build something people believe in. I might be able that's worthy of that people can trust. One I might have over. I think that's the one advantage I might have over Elon. If I'm lucky and I act the way that's worthy of people's trust, I might be able to build something people will believe in. That people will believe in more. Grokpedia. I've been thinking about trust quite a bit. I've been I've I've been thinking about this project has made me think about trustworthiness. Worthiness. Aliens a lot. I've known this. It's unfortunately blank. I'm working solo on this project. Also, because it's a side project, I'm working. Also, also, this is a side. This so far has been just a side project for me. For me, I haven't. I haven't. I have been been. I've been making technical decisions. I've been making technical decisions that might be blank. As so far has been just as I've been making technical decisions because I've been because I thought because I have thought because I wanted to play around with cool. Also, this so far just has been just a side project for me. I've been making technical decisions because I've wanted to mess around with cool tech. I've been making technical decisions that aren't the greatest. Just because. Just because I thought that might be cool to work with. I thought they would be cool. I've been making tech that aren't the greatest because I thought they would be cool to work with. Work with. My project has a massive. My project has massive amount of tech debt. My project is a massive amount of tech debt. But if I'm lucky in a way, I can blank. So here's the thing. So I'm gonna say a red flag. I'm going to say should be a red flag to you. To you. I've been streaming most of work on this project on Kick. This is but a side. It should be a red flag to you at first. I have been streaming most of my work on this project on Kick. This is a side project. I've been treating this as a side. I've been treating since I've been treating this as a side project. I just thought it would be fun. Since I've been treating this as a side project, I just thought that this might be fun to do, but I also had a bigger idea about making the most transparent organization in the world. One of the things that I think gives people the ick, gives some people the ick, is that it's not super transparent. A lot of it's documented. It's not super transparent. It, people scenes is not super transparent. is not super transparent. Also, this ick about Wikipedia, what goes on scene, but it's not super transparent. But I think there's also, but, so here's what I've been thinking about. Is that a lot of what's going on behind the scenes is super transparent. What if what if I did something a bit different, something different from what everyone from any other company does right now and show to the world everything everything that I do. What if I did something, everything that I do when building items? IDOS. Tentatively called IDOS. Wikipedia. Heck, it's not super transparent. But this is, what if I did something differently? Did it differently and show to the world everything that I do. Building BIOS. Did something radically. Any other company does right now. What if what if I show to the world everything that I do when building idols? Every person, every hire, every fire, every line of code. Transparency in a way. What if I did something radically different? Everything that happens when idols is being. Everything that happens when IDOS is being built. Everything that happens when IDOS is being built. But I also had a bigger idea about English transparent organization. The ick is blank. Is it's not. What if there's a better way to phrase this, but I'll work on that after this. One of the things that I think about, like, gets people to wake up Wikipedia is that blank. What if I show to the world everything that happens when IDOS is being built? Built. Every hire, every line of code, every hire, every fire, every line of code written. If I ever hire fire, I show everything anything, any drama, any in. What if every line, not like code written, every line of code written. Every line of code written. The risk with showing the world. Your guts. The guts of an organization. An organization is that the risk with showing the world the guts of an organization is that they'll find something, might find something horrible. Horrible. And you. The risk of showing the world the guts of an organization is they might find something black. I'm sure that tons of would find frivolous lawsuits. Huge ton frivolous lawsuits. There might be frizzle. There might you'll be hot. You'll be held to a higher standard. You'll be held to a higher standard than any other company, than any other organization. You'll be held because if you're blank, because if you fuck up, because any fuck up you make, any fuck up you make will be on tape. And they'll definitely, and someone will find a way to exploit it and make money off you. But also, you'll be held to the highest standards. But also, but also, but like is that they might find something horrible and end you. You'll be held to a higher standard because of any fuck up you make will be on tape, and someone will find a way to exploit it and make money off of you. Frivolous lawsuit galore. Suit galore. And internet also does and someone will find a way to exploit it and make money off of you. Frivolous lawsuit galore. And the internet and loves dunking. And the internet also loves dunking. Loves dunking on people. And the internet also loves dunking on people. Amount of stupid you'll have to be willing to be willing and able to withstand. You'll have to be willing and able to withstand the full assault. Internet. Dickheads? Assault of all the assholes. All assholes on the internet. But on the plus side of it, but on the plus side of it, but on the plus side of it, it lets that you can do it. Let's that you do. So, but on the other hand, no, that's not the right way to phrase it. But there's a positive. But upside, but if you can make it, if you can get past the upside is nearly practically infinite. It's practically limitless organization. That but if you can get past that, the upside is practically that's trying to build. Build most trustworthy in the world. Blank? No. It's practically limitless for an organization that's trying to build the most trustworthy wiki in the world. Practically limitless for the trustworthy. And I do have personal, and I do have my own, and I do have my own personal philosophy on this. On this. Just and I'll my motivations for this. And I do have my own personal motivations for this. I have weird quasi religious beliefs. And I think that if I can blank, I think I want out of a sense of of my own selfishness. I want to be the kind of person who can show the world nearly everything. That can show the world nearly everything without. And out of my own selfishness, I want to be the kind of person who can show the world nearly everything without out of my own selfishness, I want to be the kind who can show the world who can be trusted by. What's the right phrasing for this? Out of my own selfishness, I want to be the kind of person who acts in a trustworthy, acts in such a trustworthy manner, acts in that's the right phrasing. Is so ethical. World everything that he is willing to show the world everything. The world everything. Oh, that was cool. Not what I wanted, though. And I do have my own personal motivations for this. Out of my own selfishness, I want to be the kind of person who is so ethical that he's willing to show the world everything. I don't have blank. That includes my selfish motivations for making that statement. And that includes my own selfish motivations. And that includes my own selfish motivations for making this my goal. Out of my own, I want to be the kind of person who's so ethical that he's willing to show the world everything, and that includes my own selfish motivations for making this my goal. I don't expect you to understand this. I'm not going to get into everything. Is a trustworthy wiki in the world? Trustworthy wiki in the world. The upside is practically limitless for an organization to build the most trustworthy wiki in the world. That's life. You can get trust. You can get trust. Possibility. Trust. One of. You could get trust. You could gain more trust than anyone else. Any other else. You gain trust. This is something if we're trying to build the most trustworthy wiki in the world. You could gain more trust than anyone else in the world, than any other organization in the world. Other organization. Any other organization in the world. And in all truth, and it's fantastic marketing. And it's fantastic marketing. And it's fantastic marketing. You are using exactly everything you do, everything let's try to build the most trustworthy. You could gain more trust than anyone, than any other organization in the world. Than any other organization. And it's fantastic marketing. Every minute streamed is a minute that can be put on YouTube. YouTube broadcast to thousands and broadcast to thousands. 2,000. This is my own selfish motivations for making. That's my goal. Every minute streamed is something that can be blank. And I do have my own personal philosophical motivations for this. I want to be the kind of person who is so ethical. That includes my own selfish motivations for making this my goal. PCP. I do like me some PCP. Willing to show the world everything. Ethical might not be. Yes, my goal. YouTube. So ethical that he's willing to show the world everything. And that includes my own for making this my goal. So I'm going to keep on streaming this. So I'm going to keep on streaming this project. So I'm going to keep on working. I'm going to keep on working on this project. You know, I might fail. I might fail. I might fail. I might fail at this, but I'm willing to take the risk. But given the potential and limited upside. But given to I might fail at this. Includes blank. This will force me to be a better person. I think this has I will inevitably fall short of my goal. I will inevitably fall short of this goal. I will inevitably fall short of this goal. Okay, I think I'm getting closer. I think I'm getting closer to what I'm thinking for this. Okay. I will inevitably. This is the wrong way to phrase it. Well, this is good. This is good, but and that includes my own selfish motivations for making this my goal. Everything, and that includes my own selfish motivation. There will be a give and take. Give and take. There will be a I will inevitably show at first. I will inevitably fall short of this goal at first. But if I'm lucky, But if I'm lucky and I can persevere, but if I'm lucky, can learn from my mistakes. But if I'm lucky and I can learn from my mistakes, I'll eventually get molded into the person. I'll eventually become molded to be. I will inevitably, but I might fail at this completely, and maybe I crack completely. And I might crack. And I might crack. Motivations blank. There's also weird quasi-religious stuff. Includes everything, including my. But there's also weird quasi-religious stuff mixed in there. Mixed in there too. I might fail this completely, and I might crack. Maybe I can't withstand the pressure. But given the potential unlimited upside, I'm willing to take the risk. I want to take the risk. So, I'm going to be streaming on Kick. Okay, this project. I'm going to keep on streaming on Kick. I'm going to keep streaming on Kick. I'm going to keep streaming on Kick. Kick. I'm going to have to blank. I might have to rewrite the whole entire thing. Thoughts. Keep streaming it all on Kick. I'm going to keep streaming it all on Kick. All on Kick. Let's go. It's like, which is not a great position to be in. Where is my project? I found out the only build looks similar, if not outright identical to the product I'm building right now. And he's gonna launch. If I'm gonna have any chance, I need to just say so. I'm trying to build Wikipedia on large language model infused steroids, tentatively called IDOS. Wikipedia works because its contributors collectively use the reasoning to build a shared model of the world. The reasoning they engage in is primarily linguistic, and this can be outsourced to large language models since they are built to understand language. This allows us to do some really cool stuff by using Wikipedia. By using LLMs, we can go deeper than Wikipedia again, and we can get a far larger breadth. Elon has announced Grokpedia on X/Twitter, his alternative to Wikipedia. Elon's not happy with Wikipedia because he is biased towards the left. This isn't an entirely unfair criticism. Wikipedia has structural issues that make it lean a bit towards the left, but I don't think it's as egregious as Elon thinks. At worst, it's a slightly left institutional biased. Slightly left institutional bias. And if you're aware of that wording, it's still excellent. Elon's proposed Grokpedia is meant to be enhanced with his large language model, by his large language model. He hasn't said what this means exactly, but that's very similar, if not outright identical, to what I'm trying to do. So I'm a little bit concerned that I'm competing with the richest man in the world. That ain't great. Elon has far more resources than I do. He can pump something out like this practically instantly. This is trivial to him. This is trivial to him. Him. Blank. Elon also can blank. I can't. Blank. So far, so a side project. I blank. My project has a massive amount of technical debt. If I knew I had to compete against literally anybody else, every single decision I would have made would have different technical debt. The deck is pretty stacked against me. The deck is pretty stacked against me. But Elon Musk, remember, is the guy who created Mecha Hitler. And when Grok wasn't saying what he wanted it to about whatever's happening in South Africa with the farmers or whatever, he went out of his way to change it so that Grok would fit his own views. Elon will go out of his way to make his product fit his narrative of the world. What was Elon approval rating? Elon's also Elon's also the not. Elon's also that favorably anymore since the disaster. So Elon was very okay. Still pretty unfavorable. Not as unfavorable as a couple months ago, but still pretty unfavorable. Yeah. Let me see. What's Trump favorability comparison? Interesting. 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 Let's might be able to build something. People might want to. So I'm gonna say something next. That should be. I'm gonna say something next that should be a red flag to you. I've been streaming most of my work on this project on Cat. Since I've been blank at first, but I also had a blank. Getting, I started thinking a little bit about this. Had that been going on, it's not. This kind of started getting me thinking. This got me. This kind of got me started. This started to get me. To get me thinking about. It started to get my imagination going. It's not super transparent. What if I did blank? What if I blank? Let in every interaction. Every interaction. Or but it it it'll be it would be extremely painful. Get past that. Let's try to build the most trustworthy wiki in the world. Like every minute streamed. It's gold. There's also some weird blank, but I'm willing to take the risk. So, going to keep working on this project, and I'm going to keep on streaming it on Kick. And I'm going to keep streaming it. Stream all of it. On Kick. I'm going to use the pisser real quick.